crew are now preparing to drop their tools off on target.
It's almost like I was lying there.
As the aircraft runs in for a downwind pit stop, they'll be simulating the latest possible landing site to operate troops and the vehicle, either on or off the battlefield. The crew need to be efficient in wrecking their landing site, making sure it's suitable to land on in the minimum time possible to avoid excess threat exposure. Having found their site and now making their approach, crew Josh up front to be giving voice marshalling directions to the captain's cabin, eventually dropping forward and down onto the landing site and monitoring the height of the aircraft as it comes to land. Born and raised in Margate, Kent, joined the RIAT in September 2014 as a weapons systems operator and has been on the Chinook force since 2017. He's a qualified instructor and has accumulated over 2,000 hours on rotary platforms, completing many overseas exercises and operational deployments. When Dave's not in work, and occasionally during work, he can be found on the golf course. Riding into the roll demo with style today, we have members of the Joint Helicopter Support Squadron. Keep one eye on that top height if you can, see just how quickly these critical enablers can work. With the troops qualifying hands-on, the aircraft departs through over-controlled transition. This is a defensive move representing the armoured floor ballistic protection towards the probable enemy on the 12 o'clock. This gives the aircraft and any occupants the best possible chance of protection from any threats on the ground. With the aircraft heading away, Cal will be climbing the aircraft up to return and provide some mutual support. Think of this profile as overhead protection for the troops now exposed on the ground, or alternatively these could allow a pair of Chinooks to land in sequence without a loss of airborne protection. Other than Cal's guns in the cockpit, we don't have any weapons fitted today, but Dave and Josh will be ready to employ the crew-served weapon system. Popping up now to extend their weapon arcs, the Chinook can be fitted with an M60 machine gun on the ramp and two M134 miniguns on the port and starboard side. Each of these is capable of firing 3,000 rounds a minute. That's 50 rounds a second if you can't do maths, and makes one hell of an order. The Chinook and its crew can declare engagement and most recently deployed on Operation Shader. He's a qualified helicopter instructor, and when he's not throwing the Chinook around, he's throwing weights around in his jet. Cal's dedicating his display today to the memory of his grandma, who sadly passed earlier this year.
Lucky day, look.
Open your little hole instead and just...
Our co-pilot today is CJ. He's an avid fan of Formula 1, but when he realised he was too tall to be a driver for the Mercedes, he became a Chinook pilot instead. We get the rest of an F1 car, CJ, he knows the best noise in the world, that's in a place. Here's the route they take to an exciting and versatile takeaway in Chinook. After resisting one more and one more, they run into a fast-break operation. He's accelerating rapidly with back troops on a slight line. Take the rooftop or the deck of the ship, but today, on flat ground, it's like you luck jet. In the starboard door, you can see through the sharp front of the lake to provide two back troops while going up the stage of the lake. We facilitate as we get back to 4 over the wide, one to the door, one to the centre hand, and two to the ramp. The rope has been kicked out, off the first troops since the departure of the Boeing Chinook in less than 2 minutes. Not just troops, storm ships, even the furry land sharks, more commonly known as military working dogs, can go down these ropes, which often give the enemy pause for thought as they listen by a whisper. Cal's departed with another over-the-shoulder transition. Dave is jetting his ropes, but Josh is absolutely working hard to pull that rope back into the cabin for reuse. So while we watch him getting a sweat on, we better introduce him. Sergeant Josh Lyons is a Staffordshire lad. He joined the RIAT in 2014 as an aerospace systems operator. In 2017 he made the right choice to retrade out and became a wizzo. In his 5 years on the Chinook force, Josh has accumulated 1,200 hours, multiple operational deployments, embarked on the Queen Elizabeth class carrier, and conducted many overseas exercises in Sweden, Denmark, Poland, Cyprus and Jordan. Outside of work, he enjoys travelling, skiing. For his sins, he's a season ticket holder at Wolverhampton Wanderers. He lives locally to Odeon with his French bulldog Cody, who we all think is the best part of his personality, to be honest. Right folks, for those of you at crowd centre, I hope you're keeping an eye on that J-Express team on the ground. The crew are now returning to pick up that quad bike which has been rapidly repaired by the hookers underslung low. Underslung low to the bread truck with the Chinook force with all three members front and rear working together to move the 99-foot long aircraft to a finely tuned position. It's 99 feet and 8 inches every inch of quality. Count positions in the overhead of the underslung low under the opposite direction. Dave is now looking through the open sector hatch to safely direct the pickup of the quad. All four crew working in synchronisation with the team on the ground to get that load picked up swiftly. One of the hookers has their arm up holding a static discharge probe. They touch the hook with that first to dissipate any static electricity, particularly in more dusty environments like the desert, saving everyone a nasty shock. Chinooks have been used in operations including stores, freight and vehicles everywhere from Afghanistan to Whaley Bridge. The hook is now working hard to single arm drops and two no tangles, and that is the quad off the ground. That will be transitioning into the ground top. Capable of carrying three simultaneous underslung loads and carrying up to 11.3 tons on its center load. This quad bike is a mere 350 kilos, but it can be rigged the Chinook and the hookers can take it. Being such a capable aircraft, it can even lift another Chinook, albeit it's up a bit phased, but tucked off to save a little weight. With a maximum all-up mass of 24.5 tons, this absolute powerhouse can comfortably fit 30 troops inside. With seating on the floor, we can extend that up towards 50. The raw power and versatility of the Chinook is all down to its iconic tandem rotor design. It provides a huge amount of lift, a large cabin, and is all achieved without any of that dangerous messing about with tail rotors that frankly reaching a class 1 no time. That was the noise you think was the best thing. Anyway, while the crew demonstrating on some road circuit, let's talk about our hooking team. Leading J-Express today, we have Corporal Jordan, who served 9 years with the British Army Air Force. Having served the majority of the time within 656 squadron, working as ground crew on Apaches, he's deployed to a variety of places, including Cyprus, Jordan, Norway, and shipmates exercises amongst others. He's a helicopter handling instructor within J-Express, leading heli-handling teams on high range. It's a crew of 4 working on the ground for you today. For those of you who can look into the unhappy quad bike over at crowd left, you can see by the sling that road vehicles are never big fans of heights. The crew will be moving the aircraft to counteract any swing on the load which varies in the airflow. As the crew run in from the left for the drop-off, they'll be completing what is called an operational drop-off. This is a combined rapid descent of the load and strops followed by a quick egress away from a threat. This is particularly used in dusty desert environments or in environments with extremely high threat to get vital supplies exactly where they're needed on the battlefield as fast as possible. Passing off to the left-hand side, they'll be transitioning into one more wing over, and then they'll be setting up for a running landing. Running landings are profiles used in situations where performance may be limited. It could be a very hot environment, such as the desert, or high above sea level landing sites, occasionally both. It's also routine practice for emergency handling. This is our preferred landing style in the event of a single engine failure that may not give us enough performance to maintain a hover. As it comes down the far side of the wing over, Cal and CJ will be working hard to intercept exactly 80 knots in the 3-degree approach path. This will put them on parameters for the landing. I can't even do a decent wheelie on a bike. It's spare a thought now for the pilot, attempting one was 38 feet in front of those arc wheels. Josh is monitoring the height beneath the front wheels, while Dave monitors the arc tip. At 26 degrees nose up, those arc rope blades and strike the ground. Absolutely nosy once that happens. The teamwork amongst the crew allows for effective information to be passed off by Cal and CJ as they handle this magnificent oil green looking ship. Josh waving in the door is clearly not working that hard, but Cal uses collectives to slow the aircraft down. They avoid using brakes in this situation as it puts undue stress on the arc wheels, so Cal is still actively flying this aircraft as it taxis over to the right-hand side. This will now be a good chance to show off a good launch and a party. It's one of the only helicopters in the world that can reverse on 2 wheels. As the aircraft lifts once more, James the Wave is going to have the best seat in hand. He's on the ramp looking out at all you lovely people here today. In case you can't spot him, he's the one waving the gigantic orange hat. Those are definitely his wheel hats, and he can be quite embarrassed about it, so please be sure to give him a big wave as he goes past. Waving those hands, so it's time for something a little different. The team are now going to prepare for their airborne audition as quickly comes on, falling huge pirouettes down the runway. Let's do a shout back now to the people on the ground that make this all happen. The Chinook is supported by a huge team that keep the airplanes functional and airworthy 365 days a year, holding national standby and readiness commitments for worldwide operations. It's worth noting that the Chinook flying today brought its crew and enablers exclusively to frontline units, with our roll demo activities conducted around our normal operational duties. It's thanks to tireless work of the aircrew, engineers, POP, SES and all other supporting functions that enable the team to deliver this demo from the show. This is one of the best. demo is at an end, so one more time everyone, please put your hands together for the 2025 Chinook roll demonstration. See you. Thank you very much for having me, that's all. So, as the Chinook returns to parking, we turn to our operational theme for RIAT 25. Eyes in the sky, covering all manner of aerial surveillance, reconnaissance, intelligence gathering, search and rescue, the whole gamut covered by that phrase. And we're not just paying tribute to the activities of reconnaissance, intelligence gathering, search and rescue crews and so forth in the present day of this year's